Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. We're back. Give me a second. I need to pull the stream up. Yes, we're here. Give me a second. We're gonna go to YouTube Studio and pull up the stream live. We're here. This is the live. Um, Alright. There we go. We got our daily run. I should make the run this to 100 because this wave is something I need to practice so much because of how hard it is. Ah, I did that green orb. The fuck is this?
And keep in mind, these aren't just like normal spectators. I'm talking grandmasters, like the best of the best chess players, all opining on the situation and giving their perspective on it. And then Magnus Carlsen made this tweet, which really set everything. Magnus Carlsen announced that he was going to the tournament following his loss to Bernie
Ah.
and posted that very famous YouTube clip of the coach saying, if I say anything, it's going to be a also not going to say anything. And obviously, this is an insinuation of foul play. That's how the chess community took it. That's how pretty much any sensible person would take it. Him tweeting this out with the saying anything, I'm in trouble and withdrawing immediately had everyone believing that Magnus Carlsen was softly accusing Hans of cheating. Following this, the biggest chess streamer in the world, Hikaru Nakamura, explained it on stream that Hans Niemann actually was banned from chess.com before for cheating during some matches. Shortly after all the cheating accusations came to light, Hans Niemann was then banned from chess.com. Julie, hey, Sharon. After all the cheating accusations came to light, Hans Niemann was then banned from chess.com. So, now you're all caught up to
Oh
speed
my
on what
god.
exactly it is, but you're questioning how could he have done something cheating? And that's where this conspiracy goes fucking insane. Leading theory across all of the major outlets is Hans Niemann was using
Alright,
anal
well,
beads that
we
vibrated to
got
a
out of
certain
this section.
buttons to make springs. I'm not fucking. This is the leading theory on how Hans Niemann cheated against mathematics. So, in order to fully just this, I'm going to need to explain how cheating in chess can. A lot of them are galaxy races. Chess,
Oh my
there's
god.
basically chess bots that will always know the consequences in any given situation. One of them is called Stockfish. So Stockfish has actually been modified in order to fit in someone's shoe. This was tested by an independent player who put the Stockfish bot in his shoe. He calls it Sockfish. And it was able to transmit the best possible moves for the match. And it worked to a pretty decent degree of success, though, of course, needed further refining. But the technology does exist. It worked by simply pulsing to its foot that would basically work like Morse code. So it would pulse and tell him what position to move from the piece. So pretty cool. Now, obviously, that's illegal. You can't sneak a chess bot to play for you. It's cheap, but I think the point of this experiment was to show that it is possible. And he didn't do this like a legitimate match revealed to the that found it. But it is pretty impressive technology. So it's not far-fetched to think that anal beads couldn't accomplish the same thing as James Stanley's sockfish. If you take the same
Okay,
thing,
there we go.
take stockfish, the raspberry pi machine, and use it for your asshole, it could send vibrations or pulses through your so and work the same way as sockfish. It would vibrate your colon in a way that would tell you the position to move on the board. So it can exist. Like it's not far fetched. It's not the realm of sci-fi. It's not a fantasy. You could technically make some kind of fish
Oh my
and
god.
just
Getting a
have it
star to
vibrate
100 today
or
feels so achievable.
vibration. Theoretically exists. Now, whether or not Hans Niemann had butt plug or anal beads that did this, it's for anyone's guess. Hans Niemann's butthole, though. Thing with chess cheating is you can never be 100% sure either way. Because for a grandmaster to cheat, they'd only really need to hear something wrong to indicate there's a tactic on the board or anything. They're all so good. If they just have even the slightest hint that there's something there, they will find it. So no one's 100% sure how perfect it is. There's only a bit of hint.
There we go. And we got to the
It was
wave.
famous being about a decade ago during an Olympiad, there was a very high IQ plot meet where the teammate would send a good text to another teammate, and then they would sit at a particular table which corresponded to a position on the board. And judging by where they were sitting, the player would then know what move fundamentally. So by changing where they were sitting, they were transmitting information to the player, which obviously isn't allowed. Very galaxy brain shit, but this was caught. They did receive punishment for it. So yeah, it has happened before, but it's not something. Now let's get back into this case specifically. Hunt has been very outspoken. He's addressed all the rumors and every outlandish claim of management. He's been very open. Now I want to give my personal perspective here. I talked about it on stream. I don't think Hans Niemann cheated. I really, his QB was super fake. And they were very early in their checks. In chess, they have checks to make sure they don't do anything illegal or anything, unsavory, unprofessional. Nothing will get you vintage. So during the beginning of the speech, you can't show show you they had a guy with a wand scanning Hans's entire face as far as investigating his gum, even checking his shoes, looking for sunfish, checking every nook and cranny of Sunbeam's body without actually doing a cavity search. He didn't give him like the Naruto 1,000 years of pain on his ass or anything. He came pretty close. And he didn't. So I just think it's highly unlikely Hans Niemann was able to pull a fast one on the chess organization here. I don't think he was able to smuggle
This is
any secretive
fucking
nanobot
hard.
anal beads because I feel like that would have been picked by the longest that I would get. So again, I think he was natural here, fully biological, no augments. I don't think he cheated bringing a bot in or anything like that. Now, Hans Niemann has given yet another interview going more in depth on cheating allegations. Has confirmed that he faked like chess.com cheating in some matches. And Hans Niemann does confirm that when he was younger, he did cheat. So he said graded matches back when he was younger, trying to break the stream, and he cheated. He was like 12 years old as well, in again online format. But has said he has never cheated to board chess, and this was very brave of him to be so as to cheating online, because that's just one of those things that you don't really feel a lot of people just that strong. It's something a lot of very, and I guess you've been the first 2 years online, but I think being that transparent with it is pretty impressive, even if it's detrimental
Oh my fuck.
being that open, I think is
I really want to get started on things
good
that
legitimacy
is such an achievable run today.
just teammate. Chess.com has yet to put forth that evidence for right now. It's been banned and the evidence is hidden. And then I would make it clear, not every grandmaster is saying that Hans cheated. It's some of them that are standing strong that it's very suspicious. How they get this. Some of them are claiming all of this from means that the cheats positive. But there are still a lot of super odds saying that Atlas just didn't get it. So it's really just pulled back and theory. But since the anal bead theory broke, there was even an offer for Von Neumann to play naked for $1 million to pitch. This anal bead theory is what's really taken the chess pitch. It started in I don't think a lot of these publications did their due diligence here. The anal bead theory was just kind of a joke on the chess subreddit. There was very few people that legitimately started talking about it. But a lot of people take it as if it's something believable. And yet, theoretically, it would exist. And I still find it that it does. But the point is, it's a joke that's now become something fun. And Hans Niemann said he'll fucking play naked to prove he hasn't cheated. Like he's being a good sport about the penalty stuff. He said he'll just play full bare ass chess to prove that he is an innocent man when for chess games. Let me just briefly give my opinion on Magnus Carlsen's tweet because that's really turbocharged the cheating accusations here. He made that tweet and then went video silence. He hasn't spoken out about this since when he's the one that really, kicked the shit in the second let it fester. I think it's a little, embarrassing to make that tweet and then have no follow-up. He just very solemnly insinuates Hans may be cheating. He withdraws from the tournament. Just those small things, a gesture, but refuses to actually come in here, give his stance on it when he's the one that started most of it.
What
I
the
think that's a
fuck? Why can't I straight fly? That's so easy.
Is he accusing Hans of cheating? I think Hans cheated, and everyone misinterprets. I don't like the ambiguity of it. really appreciate. I think most people would appreciate if he elaborated a bit on his positions. He's the one that, he threw out the first movie for like a school thing. So why not explain it more thoroughly? Tell us the lines. Anyway,
Like, what is this?
but I don't cheated, but will never fully. No one will ever fully complete this. No way in the but what a one-up story. It's not it. I've at least heard many was caught with his pants down, exposed for one of the largest scams ever written by an influencer. This was all brought to light by the finest detective YouTube has ever had. It channels out this coffee. But I've talked about coffee Zillion more than Amy Schumer's content for her vagina. I can't get enough of this content. I can't recommend it highly.
Why is that Vol like the hardest 2 clicks ever made?
Become man to any fraud. He knocks on your door. They run to the basement. Recently, set sites Logan. This is actually an investigation that's been going on for an extremely long time. He's only spent at least a year.
What?
Every
Oh
single
my
detail of
fuck.
people that help
I thought they were fixed hitboxes, but Jesus Christ.
team that didn't know what was going on from the beginning of this project. Yeah, the very beginning, CoffeeZilla has talked to the people that help bring this
How is that a
project
death?
to Genesis.
Elaborate. Please tell me how this is a death. I would love to know. I would love a reasonable explanation.
Now, to show, Zoom is supposed to be a purchase an NFT egg, just stock photos, and then you can
Woo.
upgrade those stock photos made up to stock photos. That's the entire gameplay. You
What
get
the fuck are these hitboxes?
like
Oh my god.
that's it. And where you can earn
These
money
hitboxes are worse than a Vernus. Jesus Christ.
for playing you. It sounds like the worst game ever. Look at the worst game that's like $200 Steam game that was a single level, 30 seconds of gameplay. I'd have more fun watching my own car catch on fire with all of my shit inside of it than playing Crypto Zoo. But it was never designed to be a game that's fun to play. The very beginning, it was clearly designed to be a money-making scheme to exploit Logan Paul's worship.
Yep, that's
The game
reasonable.
also never even worked, and to this day, over a year later, it doesn't. You're never able to actually play
These deaths are all fun and fair.
unless you're founders beginning. Because then were founders that made a lot of money, including a cameo from someone you might be familiar with from previous scams, Jake the Crypto King, known for his Pokemon scam back in the day. He's back. I said on the stream that this whole thing feels like the series finale of Logan Paul's career. All the side characters come in together for one big final episode that bring everyone to celebrate the end of the show.
Yep, love
It
it.
is crazy just how deep this crypto zoo rabbit hole goes. I don't want to spoil anything, but yes, Agent 47 is back, and he is once again a very jiggy and big piece of shit in this whole thing. There are no good guys on the crypto zoo team. I don't want to get too deep into it because CoffeeZilla knows the whole story, but let me just give you the cliff notes here to this not only has staying on this before, it even has fake orphans. It has a man who claims to have won the Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles in 2018, despite never having been associated with any capacity. The same guy also claiming to have been a CIA operative.
I'm gonna have to fleet this run because if I die to ending on this run, I'm gonna be heartbroken.
Founding fathers of those who's stabbing each other in the back repeatedly. It just plays out like a spot. But was like even the scammer were scamming each other. So not only were normal people getting fucked in the mouth and losing money on this completely fraudulent product, but even the scammers were
Yep.
scamming each other. Like it was just pure pandemonium and chaos. There was even a book where the code got stolen and taken to Switzerland, held hostage for $1 billion ransom. Like the web here is so wild and wet. It is an unreal journey. And I don't want to spoil it up here. I highly recommend you watch the entire movie part series from season one. I'm only going to be showing you the first premiere that I watched that went over to get a bare bones breakdown of the situation as well as setting the stage, the foundation, whole investigation going forward. It is just such an incredible fun. Coffeeville has truly outdone himself in this investigation. And I'm extremely excited to see how Logan Paul's going to fit this because the evidence that Coffeeville showcases seems pretty it seems like there's not a whole lot of predictability or any kind of
I don't think I'm gonna
justification
get this
for
run
anything
today
in regards to those
as badly as I want it. I don't think I will.
was hyped up that he's coming on his podcast.
I
Which to
might
me just
play a bit more on stream to get it, like after the stream. But like,
since he hasn't been sharing his side for the last year.
I don't think I'm getting it. My luck today is horrible.
Anticipated show the entire year. Those crypto zoo. I'm extremely excited. I'm super happy to see Coffee go so hard on it. He's gained like
I don't want the entire stream to be this run,
something like that. I know he spends quite a
but
bit investigating this. I know he's also reached out to Logan numerous times to try and get his side of the story.
also
Every
I
single
don't
time.
want to give up on this run.
So Logan Paul's tweet said, so, right here. He did the standard. I used to love Zilla. Now you always think he gets everything right until the nothing goes down. Like this is very cookie cutter. Somehow every single time CoffeeZilla talks about some kind of big scheme that exists is always the response. While I generally appreciate Steven's creative genius and exceptional work ethic, I mean that this one is simply not true. When appropriate, while the actively both explain how full capital can speak further on its posted on January 3rd, which to me reads more like but I always just love this person line says at this point. This is what everyone says when CoffeeZilla makes a video about them.
We're gonna do wave to 100.
Creative genius. Look, ace detective like Pitbull lost. This time he fucked up. Trust me. This time he's wrong. 25 now. This is absolutely shocking to me. You're telling me these adults watch Logan Paul, or did they had to have just about this from like crypto subreddits, Discords, all trying to train the shit out of this. I refuse to believe that this is Logan Paul's continues. No fucking shot.
500,000 was disrupted, which is possibly in crypto.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Today's procrastination low.
Yeah, exactly.
So blockchain games that make millions but scam. And of course, at the center of it, we have Logan Paul himself, who is abandoned this
WWE star, baby.
If I die to this from zero or the star, I will be distraught.
Behind it.
Real quick, you might be asking yourself, what experience does Logan Paul have with NFTs? And that's a great question to be asking, and I have the answer. He was actually a pioneer in NFTs, and in fact, still has some of the best NFTs of all time, such as.
This wave is entirely just get lucky.
Well, here's a 50 Pokemon cards. Beautiful stuff. Obviously, very high quality stuff. I mean, $10,000. Reasonably as well. All he used to sell clips. You could pay thousands of dollars to get an NFT clip,
What the fuck?
which was bargain. You get like 15-second Twitter clips of a boxing match.
September 1st. Co. We don't. I've never scammed anything. Logan cares extremely deep about his audience, loves his audience, loves his brand, doesn't have to scam to make money.
True, but you make a lot of money doing it.
Well,
I think our was
$1 million again for the last 6 months. I think that I have.
And John and this my story.
Anyone else? I just got finished roasting Logan for a different thing called just
You're doing
money. And it wasn't even a project. It was a game that could earn you.
Yes, no.
data earn. She's clicked earn.
You're not using like a sponsor. It's a game. It's a game. It's a fun. It's a really fun game to make sure you by buying this crypto token, which is their in-game currency.
Why am I so bad? Why can't I do this fucking game?
Then to feed those two animals hybridate.
What a fun sound.
And the more rare the NFT, the
I get to
higher
read animals. I'm being
every day. Theoretically, it's like pass. You can then get an NFT into the zoo they back to you, and then you can invest in eggs or just cash out. Now, some of you Egyptian might notice triangular.
wow, that's a coincidence.
We handmade art in the past 6 months, bro. Approved very specific notes, 10 different artists making art for our project.
That doesn't sound like a lot of artists.
Now very enticing handmade art. Fun game that can try.
Enticing.
One of the biggest influencers in the world back. It was an instant personality that I actually trust.
Well, I feel terrible. That happened. But what? Logan Paul has earned influence must ever. Like I can't think of anything he's ever done that was honest. Like I legitimately can't. Except for him saying that he made a repeated lapse in his judgment when he filmed the dead body. That's the only thing I can think of was honest associated with Logan. But yeah, I mean, Prime did come out. I tried it. I mean, the real truth wasn't instantly poisoned or anything. It was fine. I actually thought it was good. But I'm just going to chalk it up to KSI. I'm just going to say KSI did everything because I legitimately have no trust.
But as the game got closer to release, the cryptos started releasing the first ever photos of this game. Find out this handmade art wasn't really true. It was actually Adobe stock photos. Yeah, what flag project?
Hey!
Video about it at the time, but level, and something didn't add up the service. Something right. And it's not handmade at all. It's not even original. It's what's called a copy of some other code that exists out there. One of them is called Floki Shib X, which is one for it. So where did this $1 million go? I didn't understand.
Never was.
What the fuck?
Hold on, from that chair away. Of Krypton, you didn't make money. Stupid animal. Didn't even work. Unwatched it, and still, to this day, a year later, still does not work. So,
I fucking give up. Battlecute is an impossible demon, harder than thinking Space 2. TS top 1.
That's been shown to be fake dress tested. It's kind of easy to follow path. It's safe, effective for kids over the
Please. I am sorry this happened to you, Big Red. What compelled you not to play this game? there is no game. The game is plain egg, and then we give you a stock photo of what this animal might look like with a goofy nose. What is the game? It's like the only reason anyone would have put money into this is on the hope that they're somehow able to make a payday out of it, to like cash in their youth, some kind of profit. There is no like actual game.
I forgot
It is
that you have to hold.
That's it. That's fucking it. This is the worst Pokemon. It's not even a Pokemon at all. Like, even, let's take a card game. Even a card game had game mechanics. You play against someone, there is a goal, there is something you do, there is actual gameplay elements. Here, gameplay is action, and we combine this photo with
The code word is
photo of
2
my dad,
clicks,
and that's it.
and I can't do them
And
ever.
now you have played our game, and now you can either choose to keep that picture and hope it appreciates in value, yield some more due, or you burn it. Those are your options, which comes from a game. Jesus Christ. It's never been proven out.
Wait, you can't even hatch? It's Look at it.
You're kidding! That's the whole game. It's this picture. Even when you can't have, it's just another picture. Basically, whatsoever.
So on launch day, basically nothing worked. And a year later, that's still now after this was discovered, the
Give me a good run.
we got but Logan speaks to Discord twice next year to say we're currently
Manifest me a good run using the power of hentai and high school DxD Rust.
false promises about marketing that CryptoZoom so long they sat. It's watched every.
It actually is very impressive how far you can get when people just believe you're too wealthy to exploit you. Like, if someone just believes you have so much money that for some reason makes you trustworthy, that's wild to me. Because I'd always think it's the opposite.
Too much of this is out. Like he's working on a massive.
Like one of the big thing I my take is so long. Where most of my time these days goes. It's like is it the big thing?
So that shit sucks.
I'm manifesting a run to the wave.
So it's like, oh, is it that thing with the? It's like
What? Using the power of what? You may ask. Hentai again.
Like I'm here to the
Okay. No, that's
any industry there's a lot of things for bad people. Record survey
All took the code that's made, let the switch from the actual sites with and like held it hostage for $1 million. Behind the scenes drama that like took and stuck it in its focus on my wheel.
This wave is so free. What am I fucking up?
there's a shame. Held competition for the next one is that held it $1 million. Now, truth is, why did he steal Logan's code for $1 million?
That's what I really appreciate about companies a lot. He's so stronger. That is like the most egregiously bullshit story ever. Like, genuinely, I don't believe a single fucking phrase uttered in that same breath. I don't any goal for that connection true.
How long have I been streaming? 30 minutes. We're gonna play a game of chess.
It's true. No.
Or something like what Logan
No.
said.
Not.
If we can scholars mate, it'd be so funny. He's gonna block because they always block with the holy. Even though going there is a better because Then you take
But I am.
the deal with that is they think you're gonna go there and they
So
take.
the guy did pay this material. But it's because Logan didn't pay him or the team. So he was telling a half truth of the situation. I can't believe any part of it is true. That is already quite the twist for me.
According to him, they negotiated a $1 million payday, this whole project. From the second I heard that, I thought, oh, that's interesting because Logan claims he spent $1 million on this little thing. This developer saying he's owed $1 million.
We've been paid nothing. I would love to have Zoom, but I don't have any.
So that's multiple sources working on the CryptoZoom team project who were not paid. Now, obviously, these are big accusations, which is why I wanted to confront Logan Paul on
Platinum
not
member.
exactly on speaking terms. So how would I speak to Logan without speaking to Logan? Logan Paul's manager, a guy named Jeff Levin.
Jeff.
He might be just listening to settle this thing. So I gave him a call.
Go ahead, make your day. Samsung OLED S95F.
Hello?
Hey, Jeff. Hey, sorry to bother you. This is Steven with CoffeeZilla. I'm calling because I've heard reports that CryptoZoo hasn't paid their development team, and just reaching out for comments before I do this story.
This is exactly what you wanted from a Geometry Dash live stream.
I mean, are you guys denying it, or are you saying it's not true?
No comment. I don't think that the information is true.
You guys have a whole side.
I know, but your job as a team has someone that is reporting you is actually terrifying. Correct. Yeah.
Well, that's what he's trying.
I know that's legal ground for that stuff. So I'm just telling you, legally, you have to report correct news with verifiable information.
Right, that's why I'm calling you.
As we've been advised always, is if anybody reports fake news, that's where
And set the record straight. What? Is everyone around Logan just a fucking idiot? Like an actual bumbling buffoon? Huh? That is why he called you. You could have absolutely just, if it's not true, shut it down. Or tell him, yeah, it's not true. I wasn't aware of this. We can go ahead and get some material together to prove that it's all fake. Bang. Right then and there. You don't have to immediately tell CoffeeZilla all the evidence or anything. Just say, like, hey, it's not true. If you can give us some time, we can get together all the material and send it your way to prove that they're being dishonest about the information. Simple. Jesus Christ, Logan, hire me as your manager. Jesus. Could have saved you a massive fucking headache if this is all fake. How can you be so dumb?
A mess. Jeff, Logan's manager, seems to be implying that I'm not allowed to repeat allegations his own development team made, even though Logan can go on podcasts and publicly accuse those developers of stealing his code. Not only that, he's the one who refuses to provide any evidence, but seems to sort of be implying that maybe he's suing you for you to tell this to anyone, which he then denies doing when I ask him if that reason.
told you I don't refer to it. Tell it to you once again, from a legal standpoint, you have to report. If you do not,
Is this an NPC? Why does he keep saying this?
then you're an allegation, and those that will be handled the way that we want it.
Okay. I understand you may have graduated Arizona State with a business degree, but holy shit, that is not being put to good use here, Jeff. You must have fallen ass backwards in this position. He is calling you, so that way you can defend against the allegations. You don't have to do it right now in the phone call. Just say they're not true, and we will defend them. And here's our evidence. We can eventually get you our evidence. It is that simple. Like, it is that fucking simple. How dumb is this guy? Like, oh my god. And he is calling you because he is trying to verify it as a trustworthy source. He wants the whole story. And how the fuck else is he supposed to verify it without talking to you? The team, the people behind it, the ones who now have the allegations, who are the only ones that can verify the authenticity of the claims. he can't go to the better business hero who's somehow going to be having all the fucking answers to this. This guy is so dumb. He is so unbelievably dumb. And then making that like a sly little threat about it. He's Logan Paul's actual punching bag. He has to just keep Jeff around just to take all the flack. That's got to be the only reason. He's like a little public spittoon for Logan Paul.
And then I think that's me.
No, I wouldn't think, oh, that's just Jeff. Jeff, and he's fucking. Yeah, no, like Jeff, like, silly guy.
I've no comment on the situation.
Good defense.
Your job legally is to report back. If you don't report back on the information you're given, it is illegal.
It's not. You can report allegations. That's the whole fucking point of an allegation. He's not saying it's the truth. He's saying they're allegations, and he wants to verify are these allegations accurate or are they inaccurate. You can absolutely talk about allegations.
Who is Eddie Ivan?
It's a made up name. That's a made up name, isn't it? Those who don't. Damn. So look at me. Crazy plot twist.
Wait, what? Answer this fire butcher correctly to win it all. Here we go. This AJ Closer Tower features a 10-inch FHD IPS screen.
Photo there.
Sites. How much is it? $100, $200, zero.
I'm pretty sure the answer is $0. Ryan?
Well, Cindy. Congratulations! You are perfect. Produce a processor with plenty of memory. Perfect.
Who is the biggest joke in all of sports? Some people might argue the Washington Generals, which is the team the Harlem Globetrotters always play against. They travel together, and the Harlem Globetrotters always win against them because the Generals are just there to have fun with the Globetrotters in order to make a spectacle out of the thing. They're kind of designed to lose. But they're not the biggest joke in sports. That honor belongs to one man in particular. His name is Dylan Dennis. This goofball is someone you might have heard of because he's that coward that started a lot of shit with KSI, and then the second that it reached the fuck around and find out moment, like a week before they were actually supposed to fight, Dylan Dennis gets out and immediately put out of it, like really pathetic excuses, and then still trying to act. He's a washed up fighter who all he does now.
My only hope is to go there and take with the Bishop. Bishop looking at this, you're gonna take there for
music festival when they do this man in his career. And yet somehow he finds a way to sink even lower. He was recently the primary clown in CoffeeZilla's newest video, where he got used like a fleshlight by CoffeeZilla in order to prove a point that Dylan Dennis will promote absolutely anything at all as long as you pay him. And it turns out you don't even really have to pay him that much, all things considered. Just giving him a pack of cigarettes will get you like a 24-hour tweet promoting whatever bile scam you want. Like it's actually pretty wild. So CoffeeZilla's video exposes at least 20 scams that he's done in his past, as well as convincing them to do yet another one. You know, hop back in the saddle, get ready for the rodeo, and engage in another scam tweet that CoffeeZilla completely faked crypto project. And he wanted to see how much does Dylan charge, and does he do any amount of research at all into the things that he proudly posts on his Twitter. I know Dylan Dennis can't even spell research, so the answer isn't shocking. It's a no. He didn't bother looking into what CoffeeZilla was paying him to promote at all. Because if he did, if he spent even 3 seconds, or even just like an iota of a thought given to the project, he would have immediately realized that it's not real and it is a scam that he's about to post proudly on his Twitter. Because CoffeeZilla laid it all out front. And it's not even like it was hidden in plain sight or anything. He literally spelled it out word for word in a contract he sent to Dylan Dennis. It even says that it's not real and you're going to be the butt of a joke. It was literally, it was just there in the contract. And it wasn't even a long contract, like buried in fine print. It was like a 4 piece of the contract that just says, this is basically a fucking scam. And Dylan still signed it. It's that. So,
that's how you learn your on shit.
of course, video is going to be linked in the description. It's fucking beautiful. Beautiful. He's going to show you some clips from it. But one other thing I want to point out is the reason CoffeeZilla went after Dylan Dennis.
That's how you do it.
Made a dance a big
Ooh.
about how bad he feels for everyone that got scammed by Logan Paul's crypto zoo. And that's what tipped everyone off to how many scams he himself has done, which led to this investigation in this video by CoffeeZilla, Umbaville, and Zach XPT. And it's a fucking amazing ride. It really is.
Dylan Dan is one MMA fighter famous for fighting cage fighting and not fighting KSI.
True.
2030 decided to be famous.
Also, apparently, I didn't know this until recently. He's not even famous for actually fighting. He's famous for just being a guy that, like, kind of rides Conor McGregor's dick. What's his actual fighting record? Because I said the same thing. I'm like, yeah, he actually fights. But his actual MMA record is 2-0. He has won 2 times. Once in 2018, once in 2019. Look at this shit. That is really a fighter. He fought twice. Like, his whole claim to fame is you have a fucking stupid asshole. And that's it. And he won't even fight a human person. 100% win rate, that is true. He is undefeated. But then again, so am I. I am also undefeated. It's kind of meaningless when you don't have a whole lot of fights under your belt.
Calling out the scammers. He writes in a tweet, damn, this ball missing something. Feel bad for everyone. It's a scam.
That's
I don't really disagree with this, so likes rolled in. But when Dylan done
what I'm saying.
also as a history of scamming people on Twitter, what Dylan didn't know is that there was a detective watching. The detective was not me, actually. It was my buddy Zach speaking on Twitter. Oh, man. Dan, come and
Hey, this is all coming full circle. You might remember Zach from the Boy Crypto thing. He was the guy that like tracked all of his moonshots, like called out a whole bunch of shit there.
So I reached back out to Zach and I said, hey, tweet, but I want to find out how many scams exactly this guy has proposed. So Zach started tweeting some garbage and affiliated tweets, and there were a lot.
What the fuck is it? Baby Dinger. What the fuck? Baby Dinger token is the next Shiba Inu. Oh man. If anyone has any baby dingers, you should immediately just lose the right to earn money in your life. If you don't deserve it anymore. Ring Dinger. Hey, let's not besmirch the good name of Ring Dinger. That's not that. When free cryptos you get, that is literally an old man snap your head.
HR is your complete HR, payroll, benefits platform. Everything works together to give you
God fucking damn it. I'm so close.
That is an old
I literally just have to get past that wave and the rest of the level is free.
The rough idea was to say, hey, I created this dumb NFT project that's completely fake. How much would it cost me? He gives me an answer, and I have my price. Like, looked like he was serious about selling you an NFT collection. And that's when I thought of my buddy.
Yes. I did know Oompaville played a big role this year. So that is exciting. Very obviously recognized it, but certainly state no, knowing for sure that it's a honeypot if it was CoffeeZilla that reached out. So use Oompaville. Whom, I mean, that looks like a well-adjusted man to me. Like, that's a trustworthy face right there. So he used him as the proxy. That's genius.
He provides all the marketing copy we knows right soon. That website is not a real NFT platform. Nothing in this video is a crypto or real NFT. So
Yeah.
you cannot buy it
for sure.
Super clear. Because they'll immediately respond, I love the next part. What is it? It's like for that, like, let's promote it. And then underneath, what am I promoting? And when I replied,
That's secondary.
not only my chance to find out how much Dylan gets paid for all these scam promotions, it's also my chance to catch days. Now, to do this, I basically copied almost word for word to the holding it out, maybe. Star.pg may appear to really function in an NFT collection, but it's much, much more. Zephyr allowed users to earn sweet tokens that are openly traded via appeal. This basic rarity of a given NFT.
I'm going to tell you right now, Coffee, I love the attention to detail here. I think that is super smart. I'm not convinced Dylan Dan is great. I think he might be illiterate. So he just saw words on the page and he's like, man, this is legit. All these words, they have meaning, I have no doubt. I'm in. I'm confident. He had no fucking clue what anything in that white paper said. But I appreciate you went the extra mile and set it up that way for it.
Lookout adventure. Now this is a sentence which means something unless you take it out by the first letter of every word. And then it spells coffee Phillips.
Oh,
Don't say I didn't warn him. And obviously,
that's way too
my
smart for Dylan.
Dylan Gannon surely looks to promote a presidency project, right? Because it's too bad for the victim. And then he question mark. And at this point, I'm just a little surprised by how easy this all is. 0 to
I'm not surprised at all.
it is the weakest facade possible.
What the
for an
fuck?
idiot.
Why is that black
And he's
like a
just
1 in a million chance to work?
I am shocked he can even get 5K for a tweet. His Twitter isn't exactly what you'd call booming. The only time he gets engagement is when people are laughing at him. Like here, let me go to his Twitter real quick. Let's see, what's his most recent tweet? Because he deleted this for that. His most recent one is if Alexander Volkanovski beats, it's a fight. I'll give one person who likes this tweet $1,500 and must be following to win. So he's actually having to do fucking. He has to farm. He has to do giveaway farming. Before that, it's literally quick. Then you got 8K likes on the farm. So even by those standards, that's pretty low. So I'm shocked that he's actually asking 5K. I doubt many people are actually giving it to him.
Dylan gave us a brand new crypto wallet just for this transaction.
Whoa!
It's provided probably makes new rules for every new deal he does.
It's definitely not his idea. Someone told me that.
What I think you got stop this little charade. I asked Dylan and make my video. And Dylan would just keep doing this because his fans wouldn't know.
Wait, what's that? That's face writers? What the fuck? Did I read that correctly? Right? Baby.
And Dylan would just keep doing this.
Oh, I'm writing with faces. Gotcha. I thought that said face writers. I'm like, damn, another wild one.
And it's up, which is actually paying them to post a link for a fake NFT project. But the twist would be as soon as you post a link, it would become a website dedicated to every scam tweet Dylan made and never built. And remember that site would be linked by Dylan and all of his ben.
Why am I fucking? Why am I fucking?
Term.
That's smart. That's super smart. Yeah, so space it out so that way you can get the most juice for the squeeze here off the tweets thing.
Why am I fucking?
I can also promise you, Dylan Dennis has no idea what any of these words he's using here mean. He's used too much punctuation. There's 2 periods in there. That's his reading level permits. He's got percentage sign in there, some underlines, parentheses. Dylan Dennis capped out. He saw payment structure. He's like, all right, payment. I know that one. Okay, whatever.
Website, which is just a website with all his transgressions. Now, I did talk to something though.
Is that bullish on what? These all have the worst names. I'm bullish on Bug Smart Chain. Rocket Raccoon. Hi.
From Zagax he found projects and Dylan voted and then tried completing.
That's badass. I want to start at 100. I'm not getting it because this fucking shit.
This whole thing was blocked.
I can get to this ship 0, and that's something.
This is where it's probably catch us because in black and white, they have a speed right. They said you're gonna be the code. They said people doing diligence.
Oh god.
Switching the website show higher. So he's laying up the whole thing there.
Oh no.
What we're really banking on is he's not an idiot. Just gonna see money and just sign it, which is the
100%.
I
Can't be.
taking this.
And then I'm sending the driveway.
I mean, we've sent a contract. We're just waiting. We're literally waiting.
He's going to instantly respond with a gist of it. It's gonna be less than 2 minutes. Oh.
I agree, bro. I agree.
It was 3 minutes. I was so fucking.
There we go.
Right, ladies and gentlemen.
I was so close.
and we weren't actually able to use DocuSign and get his signature because it was experiencing outages at the moment, the actual website. But we were able to just have him do a risk agreement and terms.
That is real, by the way. If you get in writing something like that, that is actually an enforceable thing. It's not as strong as like a signature, but that is like actually enforceable. So, what a fucking moron! Holy shit!
Go ahead, tweet. Rushing now, I gotta see what he says.
Run it.
This guy from Dylan starts looking out. Where's your community? So we have to whip up this community from nowhere. Our community doesn't exist. We had to create a Twitter profile. We had to buy a bunch of botted followers. And now I don't think I've ever been so excited about something in my life.
What was the total spin on the side, man?
He tweeted it.
Huge.
I can't believe he did it.
I actually did it.
What an idiot. What? I can't believe it. Can I say?
So this tidbit of information from before he points it out. The actual tweet just has the word scam in it. Sour and empty candies and hard mood bound. Scam.
Believe it.
So adorable.
What can I say?
He couldn't make anyone there.
Literally spelled out in first letters word scam.
Yep.
I hope this is.
Oh man, Dylan. Now he's ducking Coffee's on Oomaville attempt to communicate. It's like duck guess on his way. God damn. Somebody knows. Yeah, he'll never mention this legitimately. That's his modus operandi. He's a fucking perpetual loser, I guess. Well, I did see that. There was a lot of
Damn it!
brain
I clicked too late.
and his actual entrapment. And I'm pretty sure those people are just as CTE riddled as Dylan Dennis to think that what Coffee's own did is anything even remotely associated with Trump. It's not even close. Coffee did everything possible to let Dylan know what was going on. He even put in the contract he agreed to that it is literally him just being injured. It's not real. He laid out everything, and he still agreed to it. There couldn't be further from entrapment. Yeah, I got 1K. He did get 1K. He did get $1,000 out of it, so it's a Dylan W baby. Fucking big one from Dylan. He had none to begin with. I legitimately don't think Dylan Dennis has a single fan. Like, actually, a single one. People just look at him. In fact, if you go to his goddamn giveaway tweet right now, people aren't even participating in the actual giveaway. They're just spamming emoji. Jesus Christ. He can't even like, actively fucking ship tricks on Twitter. He doesn't have fans.
No, what? Oh,
Oh, yeah. You know what time it is. It's time to roll out of bed, get a good
I was so excited.
system, sit down, and see the latest in the Logan Paul Zoo scam situation. I don't think there's any need for a Dragon Ball Z recap of what's happened until this point. We all know, but I'll give you the briefest rundown. YouTuber copies Logan Paul for a mass dose game he was running, calling the story of many victims, lost tons of money on it. A little information came out about exactly how whole situation Logan Paul hiring literal criminals who run it with him, who stole $7.7 million. And after CoffeeZilla released this series of investigative videos, Logan Paul responded with forensic CoffeeZilla talking about taking him to court. He then made a podcast episode doubling down on everything he was saying. Defendant didn't attack any of the claims. He didn't provide any evidence to prove that he's innocent. Just kind of kicked in the door, walked with the Undertaker. It's like, CoffeeZilla, he's a sham. He's a little man. And just a little man he does little man things. And I'm a big bull fan, Paul. Fuck that guy. And that's it. Like, that's this whole thing. He just kept attacking CoffeeZilla's character without ever even addressing the evidence that he provided. So, obviously, the first two responses didn't go over well. Anyone had not a single soul on this planet. So, after that happened, he released a third apology video where the attitude was very different. He was singing a completely different tune. He backpedaled on everything he said about CoffeeZilla, even thanked for the investigation, said he's prepping the lawsuit, which is probably the smartest thing he's ever decided to do because it would have been used as toilet paper to wipe everyone
Why?
he actually went through with that defamation case I did. But anyway, after the apology video was posted by Logan, Zilla responded to it last night, going over some of the things that he that are good, that are actually helping some victims that were affected by the scam, but also some things that fell flat. I think it's a very interesting breakdown, and I think it's a very fitting conclusion. And I still hope that more is done to help the victims of his massive scam, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. A gift that just keeps on giving.
We are Vegas, baby, since 1958. Casino built legendary past and thousands.
Elaborate.
A gift that just
Fuck,
keeps
this is
on giving.
possible.
So this is follow up to everything. Logan Paul made his big statement talking about like that $1.3 million. You know, I'm sure copies will cover all of it here.
Well, it's finally over. Logan Paul apologized. Apologies club.
And we all forgave.
Decided to. It's actually on his secondary channel. Why I couldn't find it. It's entitled "Thank You, CoffeeZilla." It's the third on Logan Paul.
I love this intro. Zilla's coming out here with the bangs out.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, he's a saint again. Back in our good graces. I bought Prime just to celebrate. He's a new man.
I'm beating Finger Dash at 1.5 times speed.
Actual finger.
I apologize. I a series with that.
Never mind.
Free plan on his NFT. In addition, he also does left band
And he just hired that YouTuber that did it in 4 hours. Call it a day. I paid this YouTuber an exposure to finish my crypto skinning for me, so continue to make more money off of this.
Person, I think if you were an outsider who was not affected by this scam, if you wanted a reason to plug in, I think this nails. I mean,
that was one of the main things I said when he posted that. If you weren't affected by the scam, you don't know anyone that was affected by the scam, posting this makes it very easy for you to be a fan of it, kind of kill it for you. Okay, so some people got scammed, but look at how well he handled himself with this third apology video. So we can just move on past this. I'm not offended anymore. So I don't care if you guys are. I've forgiven him for you guys. So good.
Flat. Because he doesn't adequately address the real victims of crypto scams, which I think they're rightfully angry about. And I wanted to spend some time talking about that because, again, they've been the heartbeat of this whole story, and they feel very differently about this response than low or audience does.
Yeah, that's about right.
Put $1.3 million repayment plans. It doesn't even apply to the suit coins at all. You get nothing if you bought this in-game currency. This refund only applies to current egg holders. So they cashed out that NFT for the initial mint price in crypto, which matters sort of because it's crashed a lot. So people
just to slide on in between butt cheeks here, I'd like to further clarify the repayment plan. It is good that there is something that victims can tap into to get some money back. It's not every victim. It's actually only in specific cases for people that were affected by this. So this $1.3 million repayment plan covers some losses for people, but all of it. And since crypto has crashed, the value of all of it is very different now. So people aren't going to be made whole. But it's victims, which is great. This where a giant scam comes crumbling down. 9 times out of 10, it just results in the scammer being like, entered the poop zone, should have expected to get a little shitty. You know, and they just put on it and just never talk about it again. So
I so badly want to get this run this stream, but I don't think I'm going to.
This scam wasn't just on the NFT, on this game currency, which Logan seems to have no intention of funding. It's on right. Somebody lost $80,000.
Why?
Not
Can't I collect at the right
This
moment?
right is eating a sushis. Oh, goodness.
Unleash the power. Precision beyond. Demon. Finish away. Yeah.
Dog shit fucking level.
Logan replied with a screenshot of his wife and later explains to him.
Wait, hold on. Can you read that? Reporting with just a picture of your term of service or whatever. It's just such a douchey thing. Because Zoo was created to support the Zoo, it was not intended to be an investment. Well, the contract doesn't include incentives for the company providing, although the largest cuts off. Okay, so it's just eat shit. Luther should have read.
And later explains to another member of the Discord. I believe there has been a misconception here. As outlined in the white paper, Zoo was created to support CryptoZoo and was not intended to be when you vote or not is not my decision. Look, misconception was the vehicle. But it's a misconception that he created.
And he's also not wrong. You shouldn't have bought it in the first place. I was like, you just, I don't know what drew you to it to begin with. You must really love a picture of an egg and a picture of some animals. Like, he is not wrong. He wasn't the one that forced you to buy in and waste 80,000 doubloons on it. But very douchey, considering you were the one that scammed and got him to bite into it.
Based strictly on value of said investment vehicle. So, for selling.
Manipulation.
Yes. Dollar market cap. So I think it's fair to say if you look at waiting for them to go up in value to a certain level and then selling them, that sounds like an investment vehicle, albeit a very abandoned. Well,
I'm done. I'm doing one more attempt.
Just the current person.
One more attempt past this area.
Knowledge.
Or if you invest in CryptoZoo, you lose common sense knowledge. But I mean, again, that is a cold hard fact that he just dropped onto the table. He slapped his meat down inside of you. You bought into this, you sold, you lost. It's correct. But it is still, once again, Logan's fault because he peddled
There we go.
a non-functional scam that was meant for a fucking year and a half.
And Logan replied with this thing. In another Discord exchange, Logan says, please come and
Fuck metal cues. Fuck this stupid ass fucking thing. We're doing deadlock.
Vesting.
Woe is me. Oh man, I'm so tired of being the scapegoat for my scam. Damn. The Matrix is out to get me here and I'm tired, but no more of this. It's your fault that you fell for my scam. Idiots.
He doesn't seem to see anything wrong in advertising a game that will make money for delivering millions of dollars in stolen by criminals he hired. And then when all of those people want their money back, he just like he's the scapegoat. Like these guys didn't believe me when I advertised to them, a fun game will make you money. This doesn't make any sense.
How could these fools have played into my trick when it was so obvious that it was a fake garbage scam to begin with? Why should I feel empathy for these plebeians? I hired 3 criminals from this and they stole from me. I'm the victim, not these whores put money into my shit. So why should I help them? Fuck you guys.
I mean, Logan had a simple job. All he had to do was just come out, apologize, get money back for the victim.
There we go.
But
It's just a deadlock I can do.
In fact, I have a third example of how Logan might really think Logan took it right before. Come on, the Matrix pray you never become its target. Now, trying to channel and take here unsuccessfully, basically saying,
Living well. I don't care if you're living well.
Just too much truth teller. Just hitting the system.
Yeah, he revealed too much.
The game. Didn't have to wonder. The Matrix though, Logan? Like, is it your band? What's wrong? Who are the agents coming after you? I don't know. I know it's not me.
So I'll explain it. Logan, with his back against the wall, does what he does best. He tries to parrot literally anyone else's belief. All he did was grift into something that he thought might be able to earn points to get out of it. So he went with Matrix Hank because it's such a hot thing with tape and all that.
I'm feeling myself.
Literally, Nolan is on his side, so that became even more creepy, delusional attempt at saving the face. The guy scammed point blank, hired 3 criminals, which he himself admits, and he still had the gall, the chutzpah, to try the Matrix angle, which even summoned the Matrix man himself in Tate to shit on him for it publicly, further burying Logan's head in his ass. It's such a poetic disaster of PR. He couldn't make a good move. I actually still do believe Logan Paul doesn't have any thoughts of his own. I don't actually think he believes anything in his own mind. He just tries to pander. He chooses any position that is the easiest and most potentially
But how did I die on electrodynamics?
position.
How did I die on electrodynamics? No,
Better chance.
I'm ending
Maybe
stream.
put in
Fuck you.